AirPlay-Stained, The Disappearance of Goodheart Joe, is an 80s rock opera situated in a huge city during the Christmas season. It's about the low life of four young people who against all odds survive their own way. Stained, The Disappearance of Goodheart Joe is about this question: where the fuck is Goodheart Joe? The whole opera is a quest. Maybe we find out where Joe is, and maybe we don't. Curious? The main character is Dartan, a 22-year-old intellectual and poet with an anarchistic and destructive attitude. Addicted to drink and drugs, he's not an easy guy and he causes lots of trouble. Still, he's a poetry genius who attracts the attention of a female publisher of one of the largest book companies in the country. But Dartan, who hates the establishment, refuses to meet her. Dartan's room. Dartan, lying on his belly on a mattress, is asleep. A stained mattress, dirty. Dartan's torso's naked. He wears a torn pair of jeans, bare feet. He's lying with his head beside a pillow. His right hand's on the pillow, and with that hand he holds a bottle of bourbon. Because the bottle rests against the pillow, the bottle remains upright. The cap's off. Dartan has red-brown, medium-long hair. Tattoos on upper and lower arms, a large octopus tattoo on his left shoulder blade, and it runs to where the kidneys are. It's a small room. Empty bottles on the floor. Shards of broken bottles and glasses. There's a table and two chairs. And on the table there are some sheets of paper, a small pencil. There's dope stuff on the table. There's a small dirty sink in the room. And here's the dripping sound coming from a dripping sink. Then Dartan awakes. He wakes up with a sigh. Oh fuck, he mumbles. Dartan recites his poem, Liquid Jeans. Drunk with a bottle on Starvation Boulevard. Do you see the liquid jeans rule the street? Why? Shining armor, that lipstick style. No grace and hard as marble. Take your liquid jeans and jive. This life, a heartbeat for the moment. Unsecure, alone, with a fragile smile. Dartan's room. Constance and Dartan sit on the mattress with their backs against a pillow. Constance is Dartan's girlfriend, a 23-year-old gorgeous woman, highly intelligent, but also into drinking and drugs, and with an uncontrollable aggressive attitude. Still, their love is real. Impossible, but real. Constance has yellow hair, a punky hairstyle, lots of makeup, black lipstick, lots of jewelry, light grey eyes. She wears a spotless white blouse, light brown leather pants and red pumps. They share a bottle of red wine, no glasses, they chat. Why you don't want to get old? Constance asks. It's stupid, Dartan says. Why? Constance asks. Same shit over and over again, Dartan says. Maybe people get wiser, Constance says. Folk? Dartan says, nah, just uglier. What's wrong with old age? Constance asks. Everything, Dartan says. Useless old pricks. What's wrong with useless? Constance asks. Nothing when you're young, Dartan says. You don't see me beautiful when I'm old? Constance asks. Nah, Dartan says. Why not? Constance asks. Just another old tart trying to look hip, Dartan says. No! Constance shouts. Look at them, Dartan says. With their fat makeup and lipstick, they try to look sexy, fucking clowns. I'm out of here, Constance says. Negative shit you talk. Do what you want, Dartan says. You 23, best ain't yet to come. Fucking arsehole, Constance says. Buy more mascara, Darton says. They all do. Asshole, Constance shouts. Yeah, you got one too, Darton says. Constance gets off the bed and leaves the room with a slamming door. And she sings the song, No. Darton's angry. Constance left, and he's preparing his shot. He says, Junkyard alley, booze in the belly. Looking for a hit? You simply can't quit. Junkie fools, brown sugar rules. You just the same, no one else to blame. Another room filled with a poisoned bloke. Always the bottle and the dope till you choke. The Hood, a cafe. On the left, in the distance, there's a bar. On the right, there's a large decorated Christmas tree. Salco's sitting in the back, on a chair, reading a newspaper. On the table in front of him, there's a bottle of bourbon. Salco is Darton's best friend, and Constance's brother. He's a 25-year-old drug dealer who ripped Dave the Weasel, so he has a huge problem there. Salco provides half the city with dope, and having a good heart, spends lots of money on the bums who live on Skid Row and who see him as some modern-day Robin Hood. Salco's about 2 yards, about 4 inches taller than Darton. He's got long black hair down to his ass, a high forehead, piercing hawk nose, small piercing green eyes. He's wearing a long black leather jacket with a black shirt underneath, black trousers, black cowboy boots. Then Darton enters. He looks at the bar. Where's Joe? He says, a bit confused. Don't know, Salco says, without looking up from his paper. Not here. Then Darton looks at the decorated Christmas tree. Disgusting, Darton says. What? Salco asks. The ornaments, Darton says, on the tree. Yeah, whatever, Salco says. Darton walks to Salco, grabs the bottle of bourbon and takes a firm hit. Then the door opens and this Rasta guy enters with a plastic chicken under his arm. He's obviously high on something. What the fuck is that? Salco asks. Bujo, Darton says. What? Salco asks. Want a score? Darton says. Told him you sell. You stupid, Salco says. Maybe he narco. Darton grins. Bujo, Darton says. Yeah, right. What he want? Salco asks. The usual, Darton says. Guy's out of his fucking brain, Salco says. Yeah, so what? Darton says. He got money. And what's that chicken doing under his heart? Salco asks. That's Esmeralda, Darton says, his pet. Fucker got a plastic chicken as a pet, Salco says, and he calls it Esmeralda. Yeah, why not? Darton says. We all got names. Good Lord Almighty, Salco says. I'm going crazy. He good, Darton says. He got the green. Fucking cunts, Salco shouts. I'm out of here. Salco jumps off his bar stool and rushes for the exit, and he's gone. Bujo walks to Darton and says, Where's the dope, bro? Ain't gonna happen, I'm afraid, Darton says. Not today, Bujo, I'm sorry. Bujo leaves. Darton, angry because he couldn't make the deal, grabs the bottle of bourbon and smashes it to pieces against the wall. The Hood. Salco is there, and Darton, and Constance, and Sheila. Sheila's a 21-year-old beauty, and Salco's girlfriend. She runs the Hood, and though it's Salco's joint finance with drug money, Sheila really tries to run the business in an honest way. Besides that, she and Salco are the perfect love couple. Sheila has long bleached hair, green eyes, big fake breasts. She wears a red bra, a red blouse tied together at the ends, black leather pants, high heels, lots of makeup, lots of golden jewellery. The four of them chat. Who was that fuck-up asshole? Salko asks Dartan. What asshole? Dartan asks. When? That fucking Rasta fella, Salko says. You mean Bujo? Dartan says. With that plastic pet, Salko says. Plastic pet? Constance asks. You know him, Dartan says. Downtown, the yellow place. Whack job, but a good guy. Plastic fucking chicken as a pet, Salko says. Fucking loser. It's a statement, Dartan says. What statement? Sheila asks. Well, you know, Dartan says. Animal pets die, so a plastic chicken, a plastic animal pet. Oh my God, Sheila says. I don't want to hear this. Well, maybe you want to hear this, Constance shouts. It's fucking bloody December and I walk with my legs naked. The drunk yard, a small field in the city. A field with sand and stone, some grass. There's a fire pit with wood in it, and the wood's burning. There are some blankets and sleeping bags around the fire pit, and there's an upright potato box made out of wood. Mistral's sitting on the box. Mistral is quite old, but still in good shape, in his mid-70s. He has a grey beard, long grey hair. He wears a long, worn-out leather jacket, soldier boots, black leather trousers. He smokes a pipe. Dartan and Salko visit Mistral when they are in trouble or have questions. Mistral's like a Zen master in the gutter. Dartan's sitting at his feet. Legs raised, arms round the legs, then Salko enters. Look who's here, Mistral says. Hey, my dear old friend, Salko says. How are you doing? I'm fine, Mistral says. How are you doing? Well, Salko says, same shit over and over again, but we still standing. Heard a thing about Joe? Mistral asks. Nothing, Salko says. No, nothing, Dartan says. Strange story, Mistral says. Where will such an old guy go? Why? We don't understand either, Salko says. All my guys asked all over town. No one's seen or heard a thing. Well, it's the city, you never know. How's Sheila? Mistral asks. Sheila's doing fine, Salko says. She'll be here when the bar closes. That's great, Mistral says. Haven't seen the girl in ages. Well, Salko says, she's busy. Hard-working bird. Always been. And Constance? Mistral asks Dartan. Don't want to talk about her, Dartan says. It's the only thing you ever talk about, Mistral says. Well, Dartan says, not now. I'm sorry. Can we talk business now? Salko asks Mistral. Sure, Mistral says. You rip and run. Who you rob? Dave the Weasel, Salko says. You fucking robbed the Weasel? Mistral asks. O'Brien? Yeah, Salko says. Stupid cunt, Mistral says. Man's an animal. He will butcher you. Got a solution? Salko asks. Give him what belongs to him, Mistral says, and do it fast. In a city, lots of neon billboards, lots of Christmas decoration, lots of cars. There's a hot dog store with a fat seller dressed in white, with a white hat on his head. And there's a large bin at the hot dog store where you can throw the napkins in. From left to right and then back again, men walk up and down, dressed in the same suit and with the same tie. Dartan and Salko stand there, both eating a hot dog. Then there's a bum with a knife in his hand. He points the knife at Salko. Money, The bum says, I need money. The fat hot dog seller dives behind the counter. Dartan and Salko look bored and eat their hot dogs. Then Salko gives his hot dog to Dartan and says to the bum, I've been on Skid Row. I know the streets, been wounded and low. I know how it bleeds. So I see the knife, but I don't give a fuck. Watch it, mister, don't push your luck. The bum lowers the knife and looks sadly at the ground. Salko's hand goes to the inner pocket of his long leather jacket. He pulls out a little stack of dollars, licks his thumb, counts down some dollars and reaches them to the bum. The bum takes the dollars and says, thank you. Now give me your knife, Salko says. You might hurt somebody. The bum gives his knife to Salko and is gone. Salko sticks the knife in the inner pocket of his jacket and takes his hot dog from Dartan. The fat hot dog seller comes up again from behind the counter and Salko and Dartan eat their hot dogs as if nothing happened. The hood. Salko enters the bar. Sheila's on a bar stool, browsing through a magazine. Salko locks the door. No more customers. Closing time. Salko walks to Sheila and kisses her head. Then he sits down on a bar stool and sighs heavily. Tired? Sheila asks. Tough day at the office, Salko answers. Sheila smiles. Care for a drink? She asks. Yeah, Salko says. Sure. Sheila puts a magazine on the bar, pours a bourbon, puts it in front of Salko. Thanks, Salko says. Sheila sits down again and browses through her magazine. In the meantime, she occasionally looks at Salko. Salko sips his drink and looks worried. What's on your mind? Sheila asks. Dave, Salko says with a sigh. Well, Sheila says, maybe it's time to quit. And then what? Salko asks. Get a decent job, Sheila says. Tie and suit. Sheila's grinning. Salko's grinning too. Sheila puts a magazine on the bar and says, I made dinner. You hungry? Sure, Salko says. I can eat, yeah. Sheila walks back to the back room. The hood. Sheila behind the bar, some regular customers. Then the door opens with a bang. 2 police officers. All right, one of them shouts. Salko Dreyer here? That his name? One of the regular customers says. Dreyer? Shut your face, the police officer says to the regular customer. Where can I find the man? He ain't here, Sheila says. Don't waste your time. The police officer doesn't seem to hear her. Salko Dreyer here? He shouts. We're looking for Salko Dreyer. Anyone seen the guy? Jesus Christ, Sheila mumbles. Stupid prick. What's that? Police officer says to Sheila. I said Jesus Christ, Sheila says. The police officer looks at the Christmas tree. Yeah, right, he says. Can I check the back room? Yeah, whatever, Sheila says. The police officer walks to the back room. You can hear him shout, Salko Dreyer here! We're looking for Salko Dreyer! The other police officer is still in the bar. He stares at Sheila's breasts. Sheila sees it. She looks in her cleavage and says, well, he surely ain't there, is he? Oh, I'm sorry, the other police officer says, and he also walks to the back room. When the coppers leave, Constance enters. What was that about? She asks Sheila. They're looking for Salko, Sheila says. Motherfuckers! Constance punches things, kicks things, she shouts, looking down on the motherfucking pay. Look how it went this motherfucking day. Doing time for a motherfucking cunt, wasting time for a motherfucking hunt. Paying time for a motherfucking snitch, paying time for a motherfucking bitch. Doing it all just to keep me away. Motherfucking jail is the price you pay. D'Artan's room. A mess. Empty bottles on the floor, shards, stained mattress, drug stuff on the table. D'Artan's sitting at the table with a half-full bottle of red wine. He looks tired. Salco's sitting on the other chair and looks at the mess in the room. "What you been up to lately?" Salco asks. "Dunno," D'Artan says. "Drinking, writing." Salco looks at the drug stuff on the table. "You writing any good?" Salco asks. "Dunno," D'Artan says. "Constance thinks so," Salco says. "Well," D'Artan says, "been a woman in the hut." Salco says, "Asking for you." "Oh?" D'Artan says. "Old woman." Salco says, "Sheila told me." "What do you want?" D'Artan asks. "Left a business card," Salco says. "Publisher of poetry," it says. "Really?" D'Artan says. "Look," Salco says. "My sis is a cunt, but she knows poetry, right?" "Yeah," D'Artan says. "Maybe," Salco says. "Salco," D'Artan interrupts him. "I don't want to get published." "Why not?" Salco says. "They all do it," D'Artan says. "Maybe it's a way out," Salco says. "Out of what?" D'Artan asks. "This," Salco says. "Now you talk like your sis," D'Artan says. "This woman," Salco says, "wants to publish you poetry." "Fuck her," D'Artan says. "No," Salco says. "Fuck you." Salco jumps off his chair and looks at the mess in the room. "Fucking loser," Salco says. Then he's out of the room and slams the door behind him. D'Artan grabs the bottle of wine and smashes it to pieces against the wall. Spotlight on her. Just a spotlight, no more light. Her hair's black, her eyelashes are black, her eyebrows are black, her lips are black. The rest of the face is pale white. She smokes a cigarette in a cigarette holder. She sings the song, "The Disappearance of Good Heart Joe." And Joe finally sings his part.